All right, I'm recording my video. Yeah, it's got cinematography. It's gonna be a killer. Uh-oh, maniac. Let's see, is this scenic? Oh, too bright. Hey, this is Joshua, my daily video blog with Patience and Kim and Noelle, if you can see them. Let's see, so this is episode 2 of the DBA Design Hacks series, which is a little bit about how things that help me in the way that I work. Let's see, so a thing that they had at Target that, so I worked at Target in the mid-thousands, and I didn't appreciate this until fairly recently, was they had an idea called a copy layout. And a copy layout was a version of a design that you were supposed to route to, say, production and other people that was basically not designed. It just had all the sort of the messages and elements in place. So if it had to have a barcode, it had a barcode. It would have the actual headline or close to it. It would have the copy. It might just say there's going to be a photo in the background or a pattern or whatever. And to me it seemed really silly because it seemed like it was robbing you of the chance to try to get myself a little bit less sunny. It seemed like it was robbing you of the chance to form a design of its sort of like own organic nature. Really all that meant was that I was a terrible designer at the time and I had no idea what I was doing. So anything that got in the way, even if it was helpful, was a hindrance, basically. So, but what I've come to really like about it is now a strategy that I use a lot, which is like to design something usually in black and white. I might make spot colors that are different shades of gray that tell you what they're going to be. But basically the idea is, hey, shush. But basically, or go play somewhere. That basically the idea is get all of the elements in play in such a way that you can tell what the content is and what the concept is, and that you're trying to keep it kicking children now. You're trying to get it to a point where you can have again a conversation about it. They can move things forward without getting bogged down in the hyper specifics of, say, which particular sans serif font it is, or the specific sort of tonality of textures and whatnot. It's really just about saying like, hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do that. It's really about figuring out like what are those key elements that need to be there. And I think if you pitch it to someone, because everyone says clients can't tell what you're doing, if you pitch it to someone in such a way where you explain like, oh, this is just a layout to show the concept and where the pieces fit, they tend to go along with that more than, well, this is like a really rough sketch. If you sort of tell them and give it a totally different name of, well, this is just a copy layout, it feels like a different thing, and they're inclined to sort of trust you and say, oh, okay, it's not the final design. I don't need to have an opinion on the font necessarily. I just need to say, do I agree with the ideas being expressed here thus far? I'm using that in 2 projects right now at work. And it's really helpful both for working quickly. It's a nice kind of alternative to well, I use the pencil sketch and then kind of go into the copy layout, but it's a nice alternative in that it allows you to, again, to work very quickly and not get bogged down in details of spacing or size or like little typographic details. You're really trying to keep it as like simple and clear as possible just in terms of communicating for it. And if you're working within something that already has a kind of a brand guideline, it's even better because it's like you use the brand fonts, the core sort of brand colors, and then a bunch of decisions now you don't even have to think about those at all, which is kind of great. So yes, copy layout idea I like very much. All right, have a great day. Happy New Year. Go sledding if you're in the vicinity of one. Otherwise, go swimming.